morning to all, and I would like to start the program. We'll wait as the guests come in, they can come and take their seat. I would like to invite our principal, Mrs. Patricia Pinnell, to welcome the guests.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Readers as Leaders celebration. This has been an amazing year watching this program begin and grow, and as it progressed through the years, and you will see some wonderful things that came about as a result of the hard work of Purnima and Christopher Turka. We do have some very special guests to welcome today. We'd like to welcome Ann Natchigal, whose husband Jerry has just been a big supporter of Hawthorne for many years. We have Jane Hanneman, who is our ELL supervisor for the district. Sue Macadera, who is our curriculum director. We have Nancy Duncan, who was a principal in the Sioux Falls School District for many, many years. We also want to thank First Lutheran Church for their financial support with this program. And another piece of exciting news that not all of you may know is that Purnima and Krista had applied for a grant through the Sioux Falls Education Foundation for this project, and we just received word this week that they did receive some financial support through that grant, through this project. So that is amazing. So we're going to go ahead and get started in finding out how this wonderful program progressed throughout the year.
Thank you so much, Patty. The next part of our program is the PowerPoint. I put together a PowerPoint to just give you a glimpse into what we did for Readers as Leaders. So it's a 3 minutes PowerPoint. I hope you enjoy it.
Sail past where change the world.
I think now it is the moment of trying to unveil the book, and nobody has seen how the book looks like. So it is a surprise for everyone. So request our principal and ELL coordinator, Jane Hanneman, to come and unveil the book. It's on the table.
Well, first of all, I just want to say congratulations to Purnima, to all of you for your hard work on this book. And I know how important stories are for children. And you've taken part, everything that I saw there, Purnima, in this. You've been reading books and you've been writing down some stories. And that in itself is a good model for your own children. So I hope you talk to them about that. My mother, who is over 90 years old, has been busy in her last several years recording her own personal stories as a gift to me and to my sisters, and I really value that. So the words that you put down on paper for your children, I really encourage you to continue to do that and to share with them your own stories. So with that being said, I'm excited to unveil this. Purnima said it should just slide right off, right?
Yeah. You can do what you want.
It's more complicated than that. Now, yeah.
Thank you so much. At this moment, I would like to thank a couple of them, the whole team who put together this book. It is not a one person's effort, it's the whole team. I would like to thank the LIA teachers, Ryan, Teresa, and Krista, who were along with us all through the project. Our illustrators, we have only two of them today. Please, Shalgren and Saurav, please stand up. They are the ones who did the illustration. When you get the copy of the book, you will see the beautiful art, and two of them did it via telecommuting, sending me the GIFs, and they were our parent university students and teachers who went to California, and another teacher who went to Texas. They are volunteer teachers who have done the artwork on the book. And I would also like to recognize Suganya and Leah. Please stand up. So they did many hours trying to make sense of the story. Because when you write story, we do not know what are they trying to tell, what is the actual goal, what they're trying to communicate. So they worked with me back and forth trying to make sense of the stories. But we're not going to give you a copy now because we would like our LIA teachers to give a glimpse into the book, because I thought if I give you the book now, then everybody will be busy trying to open, and that will be a little problem. So I think, I would request Krista, Teresa, and Ryan to just read to us.
Sure.
Okay, so Purnima has asked that we just read a little paragraph to kind of give you a taste of some of the stories, to get you kind of hooked. This is something that we do a lot of times with our students. We just give them a little taste to get them really, really excited, engaged to read the book. So one of the stories that I'm going to be reading, or a paragraph, is from Sudan Cinderella. In this story, I helped edit with one of our parents in this group. She always dreamed of becoming a great teacher who would impart good knowledge to the students of her town and help them excel in every aspect of their lives. People called her Serafina. Born in the late 80s to a poor family in South Sudan, Serafina was an intelligent and pious girl. It was their family's misfortune that they were living a life in a place that was dangerous due to war that was taking place in the early 90s. But the conditions of her country did not stop Serafina from pursuing her dreams. to read the rest.
Right. I'm going to read a little bit of a story called Helping Hands. I still remember the incident like it was yesterday. I was 15 years old. As my mother had gone to visit her brother, I was home alone at the house. I was fast asleep. I woke up as I was suffocated and not able to breathe. I could see my room was fully surrounded by black fumes. I went to the hall and saw my house was on fire. I immediately ran to the kitchen where I had kept all my money in a brown leather jacket. I grabbed my jacket and ran towards the door. Suddenly, the stove exploded, and I was thrown away. I fell down and started losing my consciousness. The last thing I saw were the flames were slowly consuming my jacket, which I was holding on to. I gained my consciousness the next day at the hospital. My neighbor had to break into my home and save me. I was devastated to know that I had lost all the fingers on my hand, and I held onto my jacket that was on fire. When I looked around, I could see people crying and hollering in pain due to the war and trauma that engulfed my village. Many had lost their dear ones. I thought to myself that I was in better shape when compared to the other people's casualties and their fatal losses. My mother had always taught me that if someone helps you, then in turn, you have a duty to help someone else. So the rest of this story talks about how that situation changed the way that they lived the rest of their life. It's really powerful.
And the story I'm going to read is called Unconditional Love, and it was written by a former Hawthorne student. In my opinion, the most valuable thing in life is your parents. Some kids think their parents don't like them because they get grounded, or their parents don't buy them what they want. Sometimes the reason you don't get what you want is because you haven't done something good at school, or your parents get a phone call from school that you have done something bad. Parents' hearts are delicate like glass. When you do something bad, your parents' hearts break. But when you help your parents or do something good, it rebuilds again. And there's a quote at the bottom, I'll just read it to you. Parental love is the only love that is truly selfless, unconditional, and forgiving. Dr. Chia. And the rest of that story's in here. And I just want to say what an honor it's been for us to work with Purnima and the rest of the group. It's just been a lot of fun, and we've learned a lot. So.
The next part of our program is the book distribution to the guests. So, okay. Footprints is a book, it's a compilation of all stories, fiction as well as non-fiction stories told by our parents who hail from different countries. And so we gave the title Footprints to tell it is the footprints or their journey from their country to the United States. Some of them told about their challenges in their country, some of them told the challenges acculturating into the system, and some of them wrote about their dreams for the future. So the book was written by, it was most of a collaborative effort by teachers, LIA teachers, literacy teachers, parent educator, parent volunteers, and narrators. Some people were not able to write their stories but were able to narrate, and it was written what was told by them. And so basically, if you look at this pictures, we have different contents and different titles of the book, and so each story is entirely different from one another. And then if you this logo was from the one and only I1, Helping Hands, and the story matched well, so we used Shalderin and Leah. See, these are the illustration done by our illustrators. They were just people who were randomly selected, who were willing to do the project for us. And then we also did 2 book talks for the high level readers, that is Charlotte's Web by E.B. White and The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. This was for the high level readers. The graphics are again by our illustrators, and so here we discussed about the quotes. Then we had perceptions in different cultures, that is also incorporated in this book.
We interviewed lots of refugee parents and we heard about their stories from their countries. So we got an idea to compile all the stories into a book. So we actually heard it from, some people narrated us the stories, so we just got a note kind of thing, and we developed with the help of our LII teachers. We have written some extra fascination into it to help to improve the readability and everything. So I have helped something with the editing.
I think the book is for everyone, especially for the administrators, teachers, and I think it will be good to read to the students also. When you read this book to the students, then students can make that connections or will be able to verbalize similar stories, and then we can come up with a better book than this, because this is our first attempt at the book, and I'm not telling that this is the best book, but I think it's a best shot for the first time. And I think we hope to do many more books in the years to come.
I wrote a small piece about how to follow your dreams, because I've always been fascinated by dreams, because I'm a dreamer. So I just dream about lots of things. I want people to pursue their dreams, because you are identified by your dreams. Your dream is your signature. You should make your dreams as your identity. So I just wanted to write an article about that, some small motivation kind of an article. So I wrote an article about dream. And I learned a lot about everyone's culture, their sad plights, how they suffered in their countries, and how persevering are they. And there are lots of good qualities that we can learn from them, and that we can impart in our own lives and everything.